Hey everyone, welcome to the USA Crypto Group. Today we are doing an AMA session with Luckyverse. Luckyverse is a new generation utility token with gamification, global community-driven jackpot pool, NFT collections, DeFi apps, and automated safe payments. Like always, this AMA session is for research purposes only. This is not a financial advice, and there's no commitment to the team. With that, I'd like to welcome Lucky. He's from the Luckyverse team. Lucky, if you can start introducing yourself, your experience, and how did you come up with this concept?
Yeah, absolutely. My name is Anthony, aka Lucky Lep. I'm from a team of 5 core members that we created this project. The team consists of a business developer, a Solidity developer, a community manager, a full stack Next.js developer, and of course myself is a web developer and a learning management system specialist. What I'm tasked to do on my day job is to create websites for small businesses, retail businesses, educational institutions, and corporations. We are KYC'd through Presale. We have our contract doxed, and we like to say by the end of this AMA, you're going to have 7 ways. You're going to learn 7 ways that you can financially benefit from interacting with this Luckyverse protocol.
Perfect, Lucky. Yeah, I mean, I had a chance to, read through your white paper. It's pretty much a replication of, the mega jackpot in the lottery system in the United States, but beyond that, right, with other, decentralized, aspects in it, as well as your NFT and more. That's perfect. Now, before we go on, your pre-sale is currently live, correct?
Yes, it is. We are currently live. It'll be live for the next 3 days. So we can get this thing going afterwards.
Yeah, so guys, the pre-sale is live right now. It's on Presale. Now, let's take a look at the numbers really quick here. So the pre-sale right now, you are raising a hard cap of 1,000 BNB. Whoa, yeah. That's pretty ambitious.
Yeah.
But you guys do have a lot. It's a massive project. And we will get to the details of the ecosystem here very soon here. But it is 1,000 BNB hard cap, and the soft cap is 500 BNB. Initial starting market cap estimated to be around $1 million. Correct, right?
Yeah, I mean, BNB increased ever since we put it on Presale. At first, it was 800,000, but now it has increased to $1 million.
Yeah. So you guys probably should know how that works, right? So that's why it's always an estimated market cap.
That's right.
Based on the BNB, because we don't know where BNB will be, once the pre-sale is over. Okay, perfect. Like you said, you guys are KYC and audited as well, which is great. Like projects that are KYC and audited.
Absolutely.
Before we get to the ecosystem, if you can speak on the tokenomics breakdown.
Yeah, I can do that. The tokenomics, we have a 10% buy and a 13% sale. The buy tokenomics, 2% goes to liquidity, 2% to growth fund, which is the marketing development, 2% to reflection. So we reflect our token as well. And then 4% will go to the pot of gold. Same thing with the sales tax, 2% to liquidity, 3% to the growth fund, 3% to reflections, and then 5% to the pot of gold. And then we'll explain how that pot of gold mechanism work in a few minutes here.
Perfect. That's what I was going to ask you. I mean, everything that you just mentioned seems very straightforward. And, we all heard about those breakdowns before, except for that pot of gold there. Why don't we just go ahead and get that out of the way since since you just mentioned that. What is that 4% dedicated to pot of gold? What is that?
We have a mechanism. It's very similar to the last buy gameplay that a lot of projects out there is currently running. What inspired us to do our jackpot was the last ape standing project, which doesn't exist right now. What happens is a qualifying buy is 0.1 BNB that qualifies you for the jackpot. If 11 minutes elapse and no one else buys a token, then you become the lucky buyer, or you become so you win half the jackpot. I mean, half the pot of gold, which is the jackpot. So what happens is the jackpot will sell off, send buy lucky tokens, 50% of the jackpot. So if the jackpot is sitting at $20,000, you would win 10,000. We would buy the lucky tokens and send you all the lucky tokens. Because we do that in that mechanism, of course, the rest of the community also benefits by receiving reflections of that jackpot as well. If no one, and we have what we call a cap on the or capacity cap on the jackpot. Like I said, every buying and sale contributes to the pot of gold. So if our pot of gold cap was sitting at $40,000, well, when enough buy and sell happens and the capacity reaches the $40,000, that's what we call the lightning strike. And so what happens is that's when we say, okay, nobody actually won the jackpot. No one person won the jackpot. So what happens is the lightning strike happens. Half the pot of gold is sold off. It goes to buy the Luckyverse token. It creates a big green candle. And then we send all those tokens back to current Luckyverse holders. So that's why we come up with the phrase, if no one wins, everyone wins. So that's how our jackpot works. And another thing too, another way of earning income is if somebody happens to win the jackpot and you're not one of those winners, but if you happen to be within 12 buys from that winner, you also get $25 in lucky tokens sent to your wallet as well. And then we have another jackpot, not technically a jackpot, but a drawing. Every single day, what happens is the contract will randomly select the person's wallet and then send them $100 of lucky tokens on a daily basis. So every day our contract will select that winner. So that's our jackpot mechanism.
Oh, wow. Interesting. Now, before we go on, I just want to clear, get something out of the way really quick. Now, let's recap on the taxes, right? You got the auto liquidity on the sales, 2% on the sell, and you got also 2% on the buy.
Correct.
And you have the rewards of 2% frequent reflection. So meaning, holders just buy the tokens, hold it, and they get 2% reflections on the buy and 3% on the sell, right?
That's correct.
Now, with the pot of gold, where, as you mentioned that, 5% together from buy and sell, it gets converted to BNB. How does that go on about? Like, do you guys take off the BNB first, or does that get sold on the chart?
No, that gets immediately deposited into BNB, and then our contract holds that. So once the jackpot reaches its capacity or somebody wins it, then it takes that BNB and then buys the lucky token.
Okay, so it takes off the BNB during the transactions. So what it means is that it doesn't sell the tokens to get the BNB. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay, perfect. Because that's what my biggest concern is, because you have the reflections, at 5%, which doesn't really affect the chart, right? Because it's a native token going to the chart, but you do have 5%. So as we all know, that the biggest problem with these things is that the contract sells the native token in order to get the chart. So what you're saying that with your contract, it does not do that.
Correct.
That's great. That is amazing. So that's great to know. Okay, perfect. All right, man. So yeah, pretty healthy taxes here. 2% LP. Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. Perfect. All right. Sounds great. Now let's go on to your ecosystem. Now you said there are 7 different ways to make money. What should we talk about first?
Well, we've already talked about 3 of the ways, which is the reflection, the lucky buy jackpot, the lucky strike jackpot, and the lucky zone. So what we can do is now move to the lottery pool. Let me see, make sure we don't forget anything. Yeah, so let's go to the lottery pool. Lottery pool, and let me explain that to you. Of course, somebody just won the $1 billion jackpot in Illinois. I'm so mad it wasn't me. Anyways, I regress. So every week, we're going to go buy some lottery tickets. Since we're here in the U.S., every once in a while, I like to buy lottery tickets anyway. So what we say is, okay, we're going to go ahead and buy some lottery tickets, store it away every single week for just the Luckyverse community. If we happen to win big, we're going to take those winnings, buy the lucky tokens, and then redistribute it back to all the holders that's holding $100 or more in Luckyverse. Now, we're going to pay that in 2 levels, in 2 ways, what I call a gold level payout and a silver level payout. So the gold level payout, we're going to take 100. Sorry about that, not 100. In my head, I'm thinking if we won $100,000. So let's just take that number. If we won $100,000, we're going to take 40% of that and then pay that out to all of the Luckyverse holder that purchased that week of the lotto. So they all get that portion of it. The next 40% we're going to take and we're going to distribute out that to the rest of the lucky holders that's holding $100 or more currently in their wallets. And then the remaining 20% will go to our growth fund. So if you happen to be the buyer that buys lucky tokens that week, and there's no minimum amount to buy, you automatically become part of the pool. If you happen to buy that week, you'll be able to share in both the gold level and the silver level. So that's how that works. Then, okay, what if the lottery we won, but it's below a certain threshold? Well, we made that threshold $1,000. Anything above $1,000 will go through that standard payout that I just described. Anything below 1,000, we'll just reuse those funds to buy additional lottery tickets the following week.
I see. Very interesting. Okay, so to qualify for this lucky lottery pool, so does this happen every week? Is that what you're saying? It's like how would an investor know when it starts?
Well, we're going to set dates when we post the lottery tickets on all of our social media sites. We're going to post when the end date was for the qualify for this lotto. All you have to do is just hold the ticket, hold Luckyverse tokens or buy Luckyverse tokens within that previous week before we bought all the lottery tickets. That's how you become automatically qualified for the pool.
I see. So just to clarify, so to qualify for that pool, if you buy it within that week, right, then whatever you buy, 40% will be distributed to you based on the amount of token you hold proportionately to that week, right? But if you're a long-term holder, there's additional 40% that will be distributed to you as well. So let's say if I'm a holder, right, for like say a long time, but then I also buy into that same week. Now, would I be benefiting from both sides?
That's correct. You will be. So you have the gold level and the silver level paid out to you.
Yeah, that's really cool. That's really cool. So that in a way that incentivizes people to buy into the week, but also it incentivizes people to hold long term as well. I see where you're going with that strategy there.
Yeah, it's when you really think about it, because we got 2 strategies going on to incentivize people to buy every single week. One is the lucky buy. If you buy 0.1 BNB or more, you qualify for that lucky jackpot. Or you buy any amount that week, you can qualify for the lottery pool winnings.
Yeah, man, that's actually pretty cool. I like that. Yeah, so I think it's one of those things where, once it gets going and people will see the benefit from, I guess, buying to the week and also to whole as well, long term.
Awesome. Yeah, it's once people get a grasp of how the gameplay works, and they actually see that the actual contract was designed to benefit all the holders, I think this thing is going to take off.
Yeah, the crazy thing is, when I first came to the space, one of the ideas that I had was something like you're actually building right now, right?
Right.
The reason because you have the Mega Million, the lottery system, but then it's centralized. You can call it centralized, right? It's public, right? People know if you win a jackpot, people know who you are, right? A guy like myself, I like to be private. I don't want people to know, if I hit the jackpot or not.
Right.
And yeah, so in recognizing how, the blockchain works and things like that, I was like, man, this is actually a perfect system for mega jackpot. But then you can actually scale it to the world, right? It's one of those things where you can actually scale it to the whole world, Absolutely. Not just limited to a state or a country.
That's right. Everybody in the whole entire globe can participate in the lottery pool. That's correct.
That's exactly it. And I see that's where you guys are bidding right now. Now the hardship comes is that you're right, the marketing, right? Like how can we? Because we know that Mega Ball is huge and lottery is huge in almost every single country, but I think the blockchain, like what you're doing, has potential to literally bring the whole world just one freaking lotto, And I see where you're going with this.
Thanks. Exactly.
That's awesome, man. Now let's talk about the lightning strike. I know you kind of touch on that. Can you expand on that a bit more, there, Leppy?
Yeah, absolutely. Again, reiterate, 4% of every buy and 5% of every sale contributes to this pot of gold. If every single time there's a jackpot payoff, we have on our contract what I call a multiplier. What happens is the next time the jackpot is set, it's larger than the previous jackpot. So that's why we call it a progressive jackpot. And then again, every time a buy and sell happens, it also increases. So the individual jackpot increases as well. But we also have a cap on that jackpot because we want to make sure that jackpot pays out rather quickly instead of it just always accumulating and no one wins, especially in high volume. You can see that one individual is going to win because there's going to be a lot of buys coming in. So we want to cap it off, and we made a predetermined cap on that, and that multiplier changes that cap. Well, what happens is every buy and sell, what we call the storm, occurs, and as a jackpot gets closer to its capped amount, the storm gets stronger. Once it reaches its cap amount, and that's when the lightning strike happens. So what the lightning strike happen is it will take the half of the pot of gold, buy lucky tokens, and then send it back to all of the lucky token holders currently. And of course, you're going to get rewarded in the lightning strike based on the size wallet you have. So the larger your wallet that you have, the more tokens you have in your wallet, the more jackpot winners you're going to receive. Because we had the contract, buy the lucky tokens, depending on the size of the jackpot, it's going to create a huge big candle in the charts, which I say that now everybody benefit from that as well, because now everyone's token value increases. And then once that's done, we send all that back to the lucky token holders. So you'll also get reflections off the jackpot.
That's very interesting. Yeah, so it looks like 50% of that, right? You buy it you buy it through the swap, and you send it to the holders proportionally to their back, right? To the token that they have.
That's correct.
That's actually really interesting. Now, do you not worry about, let's say, let's say if I'm a holder, right, and I know that you guys going to implement this lightning strike, right, where the chart can possibly just shoot straight up, and I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to wait for them, and right as it shoots straight up, I'm just going to sell my bag. I guess my thing is there a concern for that?
Well, I mean, that's a concern for anybody that's in the crypto. Whales can sell their bags at any time, hurt the token price, of course. That's the reason why we try to build as much incentive as possible to hold your bag. That's why we pay reflections off every single transaction and off every single jackpot. Yeah, we believe that people should take profit as well, and we understand that that's going to occur. But we want to incentivize, say, for instance, a person who did win the jackpot. Let's say they got $40,000 happen to be deposited in Lukkyverse tokens. Okay, now you're gonna say, okay, they just received $40,000, of course, minus the tax, because we're gonna put it through the tax system. So they take that, they see 40 grand in their wallets, and they're like, wow, a lot of people are gonna say that's as much money as I've ever made in my whole entire year. So they decide to cash out. Okay, they'll just offset the big candle that just happened. But what we're hoping that they do is say, I have $40,000 in there now. I'm the winner. Let me cash out $10,000 to pay my bills, get debt free, to treat my family out on a special occasion, and knowing that they're going to get now bigger reflections because they have a bigger bag, bigger value in their wallets, and so forth. So, there's a give and take in this crypto space, and we're trying to build the contract to where it's fair and balanced, no matter what decisions people make when it comes to their wallets.
Yeah, I think I can see that for sure, especially with your lucky pool too, where it incentivizes for you to hold. But not only that, but it incentivizes for you to even buy more in order for you to qualify for that weekly, lucky pool at 40% distribution. Yeah, it looks like you, it's very well thought out, actually. Yeah, man. I mean, very, very basic, it's just pretty much a lottery system, replicating the lottery system in the real world, except for it has a lot more features. The crazy thing is that, I wish somehow, of course, within the crypto space is so new, nobody really know about the blockchain and things like this, but yeah, but I think what you're building right now, man, it's like the system is so much better than the regular real life lottery system.
Yeah, it is. I totally agree with you. And the great things about this system is we can always implement a European lotto system in the mix. Whenever we get to that level, so we can always add additional lotto systems into our pool.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. The scalability of the blockchain, the lottery system that's on the blockchain is unlimited, right? You can scale this up to the whole world, man. It's amazing. Yeah, man, it's pretty straightforward, brother. I mean, I love it. Very straightforward. A lot of incentives behind it for people to buy, people to hold. A lot of rewards behind it as well. Now it's just getting the name out there. And that's a hardship. So with that said, what is the marketing plan, brother?
Well, I mean, we've been doing AMAs. I wish we had a lot more longer period of time. I should have pushed this pre-sale back another week or two to really get the name out there. So we're already in contacts with a bunch of YouTube influencers. We're going to be doing a round of AMAs. We're going to be doing other marketing. We have a Lucky Life merch company that we're going to incentivize people to become human billboards, but sport a brand that they can be proud of. And part of that is also revenue generating for the token holders, because we're going to take 25% of net profit, buy the Lucky tokens, and then redistribute it to all of the Lucky holders as well. It has a charity component to that also. We're going to take an additional 10%, support a charity that's compatible with our mission to end worldwide poverty. But our marketing is to also expand into other languages. Right now, we're in in talks with a Chinese marketer, so we can heavily start targeting that that demographics. We have a Arabic community already set in place, and we're ramping that up as well. So we also want to branch out into multiple languages and make our marketing materials and resources in their native languages, so that way we can expand effortlessly.
Yeah, that is an amazing plan. Yeah, I think going to the different countries and different demographics and languages, I think that's crucial. Because like I said before, I think as you probably already recognize, right? I mean, awareness is very crucial, because we know that the system works. It's already proven that everyone plays lottery, right?
Exactly.
Everyone has that dream, right? Wake
That's
up,
right.
become a millionaire or whatever. And I think the blockchains, the system like this allows that. And the crazy thing is, because we know that with the current lottery system, location-based system, the money is limited to your location, right?
That's right.
So meaning, here you have literally the whole world can buy into it. So imagine all these people playing lottery and they know Luckyverse, and everybody's throwing $1 like how they usually do. Now you just scale that up to like 1 million times, even 1 billion times easily. Yeah,
and people
I mean
completely understand the lotto, so they totally understand that. And the great things about our system is they're not giving away anything or gambling any money away for a lotto ticket. Because right now, if you go buy a lotto ticket, that dollar is gone, whether you win or not. Well, you buy the lucky token, you get access to the lottery pool. You can sell that token whenever you want. That token's still your asset.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it. Yeah, I mean, that's exactly it. So it's a matter of like education, right? The education barriers, right? The process.
Absolutely.
And but like you said, man, if you guys can figure out a way how to like make it efficient, effective, and just very simple for people to understand. And I think this has the potential to get picked up because it's already proven, like I said, it's yeah, like you said, you buy a lottery ticket now. Guess what? The day comes, you look at your ticket, you don't hit it, you throw it away. You just wasted your $1. Now in this system, you pretty much buy a lottery ticket, you hold it, but you get reflections. You continue to get reflections, and you get other incentives that come with it, which is a new system, a better system. You ask me, a lot better system.
That's correct.
Yeah, brother, I love it, man. I love it, but like you said, I think. Yeah, man, I wish you had more time for marketing, because I do like the concept.
Oh yeah, I think it's a solid concept, and let me tell you this: regardless of our pre-sale that we have currently, if we happen to make that hard cap, which I know is ambitious, if we don't, though, we're just going to turn around and make it a fair launch. So it's going to get launched.
Yeah, are you guys on Facebook? Are you familiar with Facebook at all?
Yeah.
Yeah, so actually, I'm very well versed with Facebook and the ad and the algorithm and how it works, man. And so I'm actually thinking as we speaking right now. So how Facebook works is right, and you can literally get your name out there because the proven it's already a system, right? Like you said, everybody plays lottery in every freaking country, right? So how Facebook algorithm works is that, let's say if you were to advertise in the United States, your return on investment or your every click to your website or to your product, it's a lot higher than if you were to advertise to, like, let's say Asian countries, right? With $1, it's worth a lot more. So how I would approach this is that I would target Asian countries or other countries that the dollar worth a lot more, right? And you can literally get a click, man, 0.002 cents per click to your website. And it's one of these concepts where the conversion is actually very easy because it's proven, it's lottery, everybody get it. You see what I'm saying? So I think you have a potential to scale this up through Facebook massively, if you ask me. And if you need my help, brother, we can GM, but I can see how it works through Facebook.
Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely take you up on that offer. Absolutely.
Yeah, because I think you have a concept here, and I love for a lottery system within a blockchain to blow it up. I've seen it before, many projects that started, but it wasn't really well thought out. I think less incentives, just about awareness really with this concept. I want to take over because I play a lottery right, in real life, and if I win, I'm like, man, I don't want people to know who I am. I don't want people to know, you know.
Right.
And so the
I
blockchain is
totally agree.
perfect for it.
Yep. I totally agree with that. I want that money, but I don't want that fame. You know what I'm saying? I understand.
Exactly, man. People strive for fame and all that, man. I just want, I don't want nobody to know who I am, you know?
That's right. I agree. I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, sounds great, brother. Straightforward lottery system, a new improved lottery system, man. I hope you guys are able to take over the real life system. Yeah, anything else you want to speak on?
Well, let me real quick let everybody know what we plan on focusing this year outside of course, massively marketing and bring awareness to our project. What we want to do is also create an outstanding DeFi wallet that's on the Apple and Android thing. Everybody has a DeFi wallet, or everybody wants a DeFi wallet. What makes our DeFi wallet different is that we want it tailored to our contract and what our ecosystem does. So our wallet will help you track your token activities, your reflections, game elements such as jackpot timer, value, jackpot winners, push notifications if you are one of the winners, because we're going to have your wallet in the your address in the wallet. So if your wallet happened to become the jackpot winner, we can notify you of that. We're going to have token swap functionality, and eventually move on to multi-coin and multi-chain support. But of course, last but not least, we're going to make sure that wallet has ironclad security. After that, or before that, not in a specific order, we're going to come out with our own NFTs that will also have income generating elements. The NFT will automatically qualify you for the gold level payout on our lottery pools. So if you own an NFT, you don't have to worry about buying every single day. You automatically qualify for that level. And we're going to be adding more exclusive discounts in our merch store for NFT holders and other exclusive services for NFT holders. Of course, these two other elements that we want to, or utilities that we want to bring out, and all of the lottery payout systems that we have, we need the help of the community to accomplish this. So we're asking all the holders out there to do 3 things daily: HODL, guard the gold, and teach others to do the same. So our pre-sale is here. It's happening today. Of course, we have an ambitious goal of 1,000 BNB. I'm hard at work trying to get that accomplished. I have another community that we're going to be doing AMAs with over the next couple of days. So if either case, rather we meet that soft cap, because once we meet the soft cap, we can move on with launch as well. So we don't have to necessarily meet that hard cap. But let's say, for instance, we don't meet that soft cap, we're going to definitely move on to a fair launch, and this system will be launched very shortly. So that's what I want to say.
Yeah, awesome. Just to recap that, yeah, I mean, you have the jackpot, you have the apparel, you have the NFT, the swap, and also the wallet that will be cross-chain. Now, one thing though, Lucky Lep, have you guys thought about, see, the biggest problem, like you know, we kind of talk about, is that the lottery concept is already proven that, you know, people love lottery. Mm-hmm. Biggest barrier is that, you know, to onboard your regular people, right? The people that are already playing lottery in real life. Have you guys thought of some kind of system where, like, you know, where people are just able to buy in using like a credit card? And I know there's actually a thing that actually already pre-built that you can actually embed into your system that can be done very easily. Have you guys thought something like that where you can, you know, kind of facilitate the onboarding process to the regular, you know, from the regular users, like ordinary people?
Yeah. I mean, there's systems called Endocoin. There's actually a system here in the U.S. that also does onboarding directly from Fiat to the coin, or directly from Fiat to BNB right into our DApp or wallet. And then we can easily use our swap to swap from BNB to Luckyverse. So we are looking at those avenues as well, because onboarding is critical, like you said. Make it easy for them to get on board, especially those individuals that are already playing Lotto but not necessarily fully understand crypto. If we're able to get them on board very easily and simply, this thing could explode.
100%. You know, I'm just as you were speaking, I'm just thinking, just a big graphic that says World Lottery.
Right.
If you win, nobody knows who you are, and that's it.
Right.
You know, just 2 lines. That's it. And I think you will see like the whole work and resonate with that. You know, including myself. You know, and like you said, I think the onboarding from the regular users to your platform. If you guys can figure that out, to facilitate that, oh man, I think you may have something here.
Oh, absolutely. That's definitely on the table for sure.
Sounds great, brother. So yeah, I mean, looks like a very well thought out project. I really wish that there would be somebody, I want to see your project succeed in this space, because it's actually one of the very first concept that I thought of when it came to the blockchain. Right. And here we are.
Great minds think alike.
So I want this to succeed, actually, very much so. So without if you don't have anything to say, any more things to expand on, we're going to pass the mic to Mike, one of our guys, and see if there's any questions.
Let's go for it.
All right, before I get into the text questions, which there's a few here, I'd like to see if anybody has any questions they'd like to ask on voice. Feel free to go ahead and unmute yourself.
Yeah, can you hear me? Can I ask a question?
Hey, Ellen, Go ahead. You can ask a question.
Okay, thank you so much, Mike. So my question is, what are the main visions and missions of your projects, and what are your milestone plannings for oncoming years or months? And do you guys feel satisfied by seeing your progress and achievements till now when you have started this project?
I'm completely sorry. I could not understand your question. Can you please repeat it?
Okay. What are the main visions and missions of your project, and what are the milestones planning for the oncoming years and months? Secondly, do you guys feel satisfied by seeing your project, seeing your progress and achievements till now, when you look back to your day and when you start this project?
Okay, that's a good question. We touched a little bit about it on a few minutes ago. Of course, our 7 ways to financially benefit from our token from day one is a major feat. We took almost 3 months to really think out that process to make sure we covered every aspects of making sure that everybody can benefit from every transaction and every payout. Second is our DeFi wallet, our NFTs, is our come and goes immediately. One thing I did not mention was we did not name Luckyverse for a reason. I mean, just because we like the name. We're actually going to, in the long run, build out a metaverse solely strict on the Lucky theme. So our idea is to create something similar to a Las Vegas Strip, a casino type metaverse, to where you can go in there and you can play basic games such as poker, blackjack, roulette, and so forth. Wager your bet with the token as an asset, and then win some tokens if you're a winner. But of course, anything that the house wins, that goes all the way back to the community. So the house becomes the community, or the community becomes the house. So, but it's going to take probably a year to 2 years to build out this metaverse the way that we envision it. So that's our long-term goal, to make sure that we also keep the community energetic and looking forward to good things that will continue to help the token volume increase. So I hope that answered your question.
Yeah. Okay, the security is the most thing to consider want to starting up a project. How secure is your project for users and investors?
Oh, another good question. As we was building out our Solidity contract for this token, our in-house Solidity developer created the token. Once the contract was done, we actually hired an independent developer to look at the contract to make sure that there was no security holes in it. Once we ironed all that out and it passed that developer's rigorous audit, then we took the contract and then we sent it over to Interfi and had them also audit the contract. So technically, we have our contract passed by 2 audits. And mainly, of course, the public audit is the Interfi audit, which is what we have posted on our website and our white paper. So security is very important to us. We want to make sure that your investment in our project is secure and that we built elements into the contract to make sure that whenever you need the money or want the money and you need to send it back to Fiat, that the token will be here for you and the liquidity is strong for you as well.
Yeah, Mike, thank you so much. Not a good day. Have a great day. Mike, can I sing a song for you?
Hello. Hello. We can come back to the song later on, Ellen. Let's get back to the questions. Yeah, go ahead critically.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity to ask question. And luckily, I'm a fan. I went through your white paper, and it's indeed a work of art.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that.
I'm actually happy that this project is written to solve a problem. But my question, I have a lot of questions that I want to ask, but I'll just ask 2 because of our time. Okay, right. The first one is you don't, because of the way you write the white paper, you are actually solving a problem that has targeted people, like people that are trying to move away from the level of poverty to a comfortable lifestyle, if I'm correct. Am I correct?
That's correct.
Yeah. So basically, the way the project was designed at the end of the day was designed for whales, basically, because there is no cap on the funds that you should invest. And my question is, how do you ensure that we have lesser whales in the system and those that you actually write, that you actually designed this plan for, should get space in it and enjoy the benefits instead of people that will come and dump like 90, 100 BNB at once? And that is a whole lot of money compared to those people you are intending to reach out to with this project, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yes, I do.
So how do you intend to ensure that you have less will and more people that you really want to reach out to? That is my first question.
Yeah, the first question is I won't say complicated, but very involved. When it comes to crypto, when a project first launches, it needs whales to establish itself. But most of the contracts, crypto out there, most of the people either know the whales or is in communication with the whales. 2 is you want to expand so fast in the world where you have a lot more people with decent sized bags than what the whales are carrying. So how do you address what you just said? Expand as quickly as possible. Get the community to help you expand. Between the community and us doing our marketing, the more people we get involved into the project, then you silence the whales. So that's how you handle that.
Okay, that's nice, because reading through the white paper, that came to my mind, and for you to establish this answer, it's a very nice one, and I really appreciate that. And my second question is about guarding the port. You actually did a very good idea in putting that in place, and the person that wrote that smart contract is actually a genius. But
Thank you.
basically, if we want to guard the port for those that have second jobs, third jobs, and you just want to use this as a side passive income, I don't want to use the word hustle.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So for those that cannot, get into guarding the port, how do you make those kind of people involved? Is there a plan for an application that will show us the update real time, so that when we will get like an alert, like, we have a price alert if you are doing trading, stop loss, you understand what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Can we get something like that, like an application to guard our port, instead of going to the chart to be looking for it? Can an application be specifically designed for us to monitor it? And you know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying. I don't want to be a Telegram thriller either. So I totally understand what you're saying. We currently have a DApp that you can monitor all those things from day one. The timer, the current jackpot size, that DApp already exists. Now, what our Solidity developer is working on now, that should be done within a week and a half, is our notification system. Then, of course, our notification system, you have to opt in for this one. You go to our DApp, you connect with your wallet, and then you opt in with your email address. Then our system will email you every single time there's a 5-minute warning to the last buy thing, 2-minute warning, how much 80% capacity warning for the jackpot, the lightning strike, 95% capacity warning. If anybody won the jackpot, if the lightning strike jackpot was paid out. So you'll get all these notifications as long as you decide to opt in for it. So we definitely will have that available to you.
Yeah, thank you. And I really appreciate it. But just a suggestion, my answers, please, you need to include it on the white paper, so that you'll be able to get people to understand this. So as time goes on, during the community, I will also ask some of those questions that I still have. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Yeah, that was some great questions you had there.
Hello. Can you ask?
Hi, Maxie. Go ahead.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
So my question is, I think you know that for the prosperity of an project, the community is the best and strongest point. So I want to know, what are the plans your project to develop well-working, strong, and best community? Thank you.
Well, the only way that we can expand as rapidly as we want to is we definitely got to bring on board native-speaking people that's going to monitor and manage specific communities within that native language. Of course, provide education and materials in that native language as well. And all of us working as a team and showing people how to use our merch to market in their local marketplace, so they can expose the brand to other people and bring them into our community. And of course, provide great and simple services that once they become a part of the community, they can quickly understand how it's used, how they can benefit from it, and how they can share it with other people that they know. So I hope that answered your question.
Thank you and best of luck for your project and have a nice day.
Thank you. You do the same.
Hey there, can you hear me?
Go ahead, Martin.
Hello.
All right, can I ask my question?
Sure.
So my question is about the community pool that is mentioned in your white paper. Holders should hold $100 of Luckyverse token value in their wallet for a minimum of 30 days. So I want to know if the price of it decrease about, for example, 50% or 20% in these 30 days. Should we buy more, about 50 or I don't know, 20 more bucks of Luckyverse tokens to be eligible for this community pool?
Yes, our contract will evaluate the size of your wallet, and it will pay out accordingly. So if, like you said, if you're holding 1,000 Luckyverse tokens and it happens to fall 25%, and it used to be worth $1,000 or $100, and now it's only worth $75. You're gonna have to make that difference up if you want to qualify for that jackpot if and when it goes off.
All right, thank you, man. Best of luck to the project.
Thank you. Appreciate the answer.
Hey,
The question.
can you hear me?
Hello.
Yes.
Hello, can you hear?
Okay, so
Hello.
currently I'm on your white paper now. I actually ran the math for the calculations of the jackpot, and I saw that it can actually be reset every 10 to 10 minutes if someone doesn't put in some amount of BNB. So is there a minimum amount of BNB that someone can actually put in before the timer is set, or is it that any amount of BNB whatsoever resets that timer?
Good question. Any amount of BNB will reset that timer.
Okay, so I'm guessing that there's a threshold it has to reach before the jackpot reaches. Is there a deadline threshold or an amount threshold?
Well, the thing is this, if the jackpot happened to be sitting at 10,000, of course, it's increasing with every buy and sell. So let's say within a few hours, it's now worth 12,000, and somebody bought 0.1 BNB. You have to buy 1.1 BNB in order to qualify for the jackpot. If you buy anything less than that, you don't qualify, although you reset the timer. So as a qualifying buy, you buy 1 BNB, and let's just say, for instance, for some reason, there are 0 buys for the next 11 minutes. Well, you win that jackpot. If there's any other buy that comes in within that 11 minutes, that's going to reset. But if you happen to still be the last qualified buyer and 11 minutes elapse again, you will become the lucky buyer. So as long as no other qualifying buy comes after you, you still remain the qualified buyer. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does make a lot of sense. So here's the next thing. Based on what you said now, if I can actually choose to keep the timer running and keep on putting in 0.1 BNB, hopefully someone else doesn't put in 0.1 BNB, and even if someone else should put in 0.1 BNB, I'm going to have to top it up with another 0.1 BNB. This is what
Correct.
I mean now. I put 0.1 BNB, but then say person B happens to put in 0.1 BNB too. Based on the fact that he's I think he's using the last in first out principle, he's going to be the one that is standing in line to win. If I want to prevent him from winning, I can reverse and reset the timer with 0.001 BNB and then add another 1 BNB to put myself back in front, right?
No, you don't have to. If you're planning on putting a 0.1 BNB in there, you don't have to do the other buy. You just buy the 0.1 BNB. That resets the timer also, but then makes you the qualified buyer, basically the king of the hill. So every time somebody puts 1 BNB or more, they become the new person that's the king of the hill, the lucky buyer, until somebody else replaces them. But anybody can buy less than one BNB to reset the timer, but you still remain the king of the hill until somebody ups you on that one BNB. But if nobody does and 11 minutes bypasses with no buys at all, then because you were the king of the hill, you become the lucky buyer.
Perfect. Thanks for that answer there.
Okay, I think I get it now. I think I get it now. Thanks, Lukkyverse.
Thank you. Appreciate the question.
Okay, I actually have a question. The other guy that asked about how to make sure that whales don't have much influence on the project, I would say there's certainly no way you can have a whale in any project. The same way the common man is looking for money, the same way the rich guy is also looking for money. So my question is this: what kind of anti-whale mechanism will you be implementing in your project to ensure that they don't have much of an influence? Let's say, what will be the max buy? What will be the max sale per transaction? And what will be the max wallet?
Well, we don't have any max wallets. We don't have any max. The max sale is you can't sell no more than 0.125 of the max supply. And we don't have any. What was the other qualification that you wanted?
Max wallet, max buy, and max sale.
Yeah. So the only restriction we have is on the max sale, but they can have as many wallets as they want. Also, we don't have a transaction on. I know this doesn't address your question, but I want to mention it since it's on top of my mind. We don't have any transaction tax either. So the great thing is now you can transfer money from one wallet to another wallet without having to worry about you being taxed on that. What makes that also great is, when I got into crypto, I wanted my family to get into crypto. My mom, my brothers, my sisters, but they didn't know how to use PancakeSwap or Trust Wallet at the time. So I had to spend the time to teach them how to do it. We want to make sure we eliminate that barrier with our investors. If they want to buy Luckyverse for a family member, so be it. You buy it and then you just send it over to their wallet without worrying about being taxed.
That's cool. And you also spoke about having developers check the contract to be sure that everything is being put in place. So I want to ask, there's this situation people always encounter, especially from pre-sellers. After buying during the pre-sale, they will dump during launch. And there's also this scenario people do encounter, that people use sniper bots to gain an early entry. People who couldn't buy in pre-sale. And when they gain an early entry, they always sell, like causing the charts to look very, very dirty on the first day of launch. So what are the measures you are putting in place to curtail that?
Well, we do have an anti-sniping bot in our contract. We did build that into that as well in our contract as well. So as far as people in the pre-sale that goes out and sell afterwards, I know they're going to do that. That's the reason why it's very critical and important that we make sure that we get enough marketing out there that will deliver enough buy pressure that will offset that, because people's going to take profit, and we understand that that's the name of the game.
Appreciate that answer there, brother. I'm going to get into a couple of these text questions here and not keep you too long, because I know you got a lot to get going on here for your pre-sale. Josh and Grace had a quick question about, what if there's only one person that buys in on the whole 11 minutes for that pool? Would he be paid out 55% of his money, or is it compounded for the next jackpot?
If one person wins the jackpot, they're going to be paid, the contract going to sell 55%. They're going to be paid 50%, and the other 5% is going to go to marketing and development. So they will get the 50% part of the jackpot. The only thing that compounds is, say for instance, the jackpot is sitting at $50,000, they happen to win the 25,000. Now the remaining is 25,000 in the jackpot, and that starts accumulating for the next jackpot. But because we have a multiplier, the next jackpot is not 50,000 anymore. Now the next jackpot is 55,000. So every single time the jackpot pays out, that cap increases.
Okay, yep. So that brings me to Nirvana's question, pretty much rolling right into that. Is it possible to actually hit up to like $100 million of the jackpot? And if it happens, the sharing system is attached to the contract to avoid, the developer running away with the jackpot in a sense.
The whole entire jackpot is built right into the contract. No one can't touch that B&B. The contract has to be the one that sells it, and the contract has to be the one that delivers or pays out the reflection.
Perfect. See, I'll pick one or two more here. Wrap this up. This one comes from Maba. About participating on the jackpot. Wants to know, will they pay any gas for participating on it? And do we need to be a holder of your token to participate?
Yeah, you have to be a holder of the token or interact with the token in order to participate in any type of jackpot. You're going to pay your normal blockchain gas fee from Binance. Also, if you happen to become the jackpot winner and we pay those lucky tokens out to you, you got to remember the contract is buying the token. So it's going to go through the normal taxation as well. So you're going to get the tokens minus the 10%. And then, of course, the rest of the community will get reflections off that 10%. So yeah, you'll be paying taxes and gas.
Okay, makes sense. Next question comes from Loba regarding the Lucky Swap feature. Wants to know on trading tokens on it, what is the unique features you will add on this exchange, and how do you guarantee it will not lose liquidity on it, and will it be a multi-chain swap?
In the beginning, it's just a branch off of PancakeSwap. So it functions the exact same way. We just made it convenient and then put in our DApp or dashboard, so you don't have to go to PancakeSwap to swap out your BNB. As we move into the mobile app, then yes, we're going to start to add multi-chain and multi-coin capabilities in that. So that is the vision for the wallet.
Perfect, thank you. And we'll do one more question here, brother. It's from Deanna Gollums. Partnerships and collaborations are the backbone in making every project more widespread. Do you have any, and can you list any partners?
We have a few partners that we're looking into. We can't mention any of them at this point because we don't have a solid agreement with them yet. It's still in talks, and we know in the long run, partnerships and collaborating with other people and other projects and other companies and other organizations is very, very, very critical. So we're always looking to improve our contract, improve our business model, and we're always looking to make sure that whatever we bring to the project, that we want to make sure that the partner and us are in total agreements that whatever we put together, that the community is going to benefit from that volume.
Perfect. Well, that wraps it up for the questions here. I'm going to kick it back to Seattle real quick. Go ahead, brother.
Appreciate the questions there, Mike, and detailed answer there, Lucky. So like we talked about, I think the concept is already proven out there, right? It's already proven. Everyone play lottery. Well, not everyone, but a lot of people play lottery. I look forward to see your marketing plan and facilitate the onboarding of the regular users in the world. I think if you guys figure that out, I think this can be pretty big.
Appreciate the feedback, definitely.
Yeah, Lucky, is there a last word you want to leave us with before Mike does the drawing?
Last word is everybody, I want you to understand there's 7 immediate ways to benefit from the token. We have our Lucky Life apparel that will generate volume for you as well. We also outline an incredible roadmap with awesome products and services that will ensure longevity of the token. and of course increase the volume and the value of the token as well. This project was created so that we, the members of the Luckyverse, can benefit from every merch sale, every jackpot, and every trade. So we and what we can do together, we can make a difference and change a lot of lives. I appreciate you guys having me on this AMA today.
All right, guys. So to wrap it up right here, guys, we got a little giveaway. But before I do, I know there was quite a few other questions in there. I didn't want to keep you guys too long today. Please, I encourage all of you to head on over to hold on, Ellen. Luckyverse's Telegram there and ask any questions. Lucky Left's a really good guy here. I'm sure he's ready to answer any of those questions. And Ellen, did you have something to say real quick?
Oh, Mike, if I could, real quick, you got time for one more question?
Go ahead, Cypher.
Oh, yeah. I just wanted to make sure we had the legit link to the TG somewhere. I'm looking for the group, but I know there's some other ones named that as well. Did I miss something? Is there a link to the website or TG or Presale? Someone could throw in the chat so I go to the right place.
Yeah, 100%, brother. Let me get it for you right now. It should be the second.
I just want to make sure there's like 4 different ones. You might have some like copycat TGs. I want to make sure we all go to the correct group when we join it.
If you want to drop that in the chat there, Lucky, go ahead, brother.
Yeah, I'll do that.
That's good. And if I could too, in terms of partnerships, I know we've got a DApp where we're onboarding and talking to a bunch of different projects to come and bring some things that are built that are fun. And we've been actually getting a lot of requests for some form of like lottery or casino feature or game or poker. And it's something like, obviously we're not going to develop that ourselves, but if at any time you're going to consider doing like an affiliate program or something where a place that has traffic like our DApp, where we would put up like a neon sign in our little virtual city that's like a gateway that gets you into the Luckyverse, then if there's some kind of way to work something out where we would benefit from that traffic and you would as well. We are kind of looking for something along those lines, something fun that's casino gaming oriented, lottery oriented type of thing. So at some point, maybe hop on over, connect with us or connect with our dev, AstroPamp, and we'll see if maybe there's something we can do. Right now we have just like the Anonymous Bridge and NFT Marketplace, but we have nothing in terms of entertainment as far as gaming goes. And your protocol looks pretty fun, so maybe we could explore something like that if it's a good match.
Oh, absolutely. I'm definitely open to exploring that for sure.
Cool. And I'm waiting for the link. Let's see, is a link to the TG in here somewhere?
Yeah, I'm about to post it in a few minutes.
I'm going to check. Yeah, I love this protocol. I love that constant buy pressure, that 0.1. That's a lot of fun. So I'll be getting in on this project for sure.
Hell yeah, brother. Always good to hear from you, Cypher.
Oh, appreciate it. Great AMA. Great job you guys are doing over here. I love listening in.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah, it's been a fun journey. It has. The room's been growing pretty good lately, so awesome. Got some good names rolling in. Loving it. But let's kick it over to the giveaway here. We have $75 we're going to give away tonight. I got $25 to one random attendee. I'm going to spin the wheel for that. Then there's quite a few questions. I'm going to go through, read every one of them, and also evaluate the ones we had on voice. Award $25 there. And then Johnny over in the main chat right now will be telling you how to, if that's okay with you, Lucky, we're going to send some of our community over to yours and tell them to say, create AMA over at USA Crypto Group, if that's okay.
Oh, yeah. Let's do it.
And we'll pick another winner over there in a little bit. Let's get this wheel going, guys. Will it be you today, Seattle? Steve Murphy, won yourself $25. Congratulations, brother. All right, that's it for the wheel. What's that?
You picked the wrong name there.
No, it was close. There was an S in there.
All right, sounds
But
good.
yeah,
So hey, yeah, Lucky, great having you on, man. Really, so like you say, Lucky, very ambitious, man. You guys are racing 1,000 BNB. Love the concept. You guys very well thought out project. Actually, the concept is massive. So,
Yeah.
but you say that if you guys do not meet the soft cap, you guys would turn it into a fair launch. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so Johnny will drop the link to raise more awareness to your Telegram. Yeah, if there's nothing else to say, thanks again for being here.
No, I appreciate you guys bringing me on board. I thank everybody in the call for taking the time this afternoon to listen to my little presentation. I appreciate the community. You guys have been awesome hosts, and definitely want to do this again.
absolutely. Looking forward to that, Lucky. All right. Well, I will be sure to get you a copy of this AMA as soon as we're done here, brother. And see you on the next one, guys.